There we go. That fixed that. Awesome. Glad to know I've been talking to myself. Yeah, I don't know why Discord has not gotten a notification. It's not gotten a live notif, you know what I mean? Guess I'll just drop one in there myself. Okay, that works. Okay, well, let's minimize this. And go to the game view. Ace fail. Everything's failing today. Okay, it's not my fault. Okay, I'm doing my best. I'm just over here doing my best. Okay, man. Come on. Okay, I don't know if we did this on camera or on stream, but we retextured our tungsten. Man, I don't know how I feel. I think I like the ingot, which is like down here. Like, look at that, right? That looks nice. I think. I feel like that's like really unique. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I've ever seen like an ore like that or whatever. Hello, my friend. Hello, Predator. Thank you for tuning in over on YouTube. I appreciate it. So I think I kind of like that, you know. But then when we put those colors up here in the block form, I don't know how I feel all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and open up the block. What is this? A crate? There's not really much difference there, is there? Like, it's just kind of these lines and whatnot. Like, I feel like it might be easier to just kind of take this and draw that in ourselves. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to like copy paste colors and whatnot. It goes like what? Like that? No, okay, I see. It doesn't quite go that far because of these corners. It goes more like here. Like so. I won't be able to be here long. I'll have to go to church soon. No worries, man. No worries. You have fun. How's your day going? Pretty good. Pretty good. I actually just woke up a little bit ago, had some lunch. So it's going pretty good so far. It should be a pretty good day, honestly. How many mod elements does that mod have? Almost 8,000. 7,871. It's kind of hidden by chat, but it's right here. 7,871 different mod elements in this mod. It's quite big. I think I worked on it for 2 years, maybe 3 years before I released it. And then after releasing it, it's been out for about a year or something like that, maybe a bit longer. I can't remember. So yeah, it's got I've had a lot of time to put a lot of work into it. So that's what the new crate texture. Let's call it tungsten underscore crate. Doesn't, I don't feel like it's got like a very solid border on it now, does it? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that border looks a bit lacking by comparison. I do feel like that looks a bit better. I'm not sure though. I honestly have no idea. What up, Dixie? Welcome to the stream. Temp tuning in late, no problem, no worries. It will be much better than this texture editor. Hang on, yeah, it is much better than this texture editor. Can you make transparent textures in there? In M Creator, I don't think so. I think if you want transparent textures, you need to go to like a third-party app or whatever. As far as I'm aware, you can't. But I don't know, I suppose. So if we're gonna do cut tungsten, and we're gonna, we do it the same way with these double thick lines. The biggest thing that's going to make or break it is changing all of these to have shine up in that top left, right? So it looks more like a brick or something like that. Something just a bit more normal, or that you'd kind of expect to see. I think this could look okay though. You know, honestly, really thinking about it, I think this could look fine. Which is saying something, because right now it looks really weird. So let's kind of come in here like this with this color and whatnot. So I think I'm gonna kind of actually do one of these and just leave this corner as like an example, because it's got all the shades in it. Right? Is that different? Oh, it is slightly different, like ever so slightly different. What's up? Just did a lot of copy and paste since I made a large update for my rough beginning mod. Dude, yeah. A lot of copy and paste is not really all that fun, is it? But it's worth it. Like, you know, it's kind of like the only way to get a lot of this stuff implemented, is copy paste stuff. So what were you copy and pasting? Stuff for the tools, probably, if I had to guess. Is this lighter? It is lighter. Here we go. Now we can take what, this? Yeah, this. This is just too much. This part right here. It's way too much. It's all way too much, isn't it? It needs to be way lighter, way quicker. Let's grab this, drop that kind of here. There we go. Making a support mod for a city decoration, and I'm adding survival support just because. Yeah, I mean, you always should, I feel like. I actually, when I was reviewing whatchamacallit, I was reviewing Dixie's other mod, and he said that it wasn't, like, didn't really support survival, didn't have crafting recipes and like stuff like that. That was the first time I'd ever like heard or realized that not all mods are survival friendly. Like, a lot of them, not a lot, but there's a whole handful of them, a whole section of them that don't have crafting recipes, that are just not designed to be played in survival. And things like world edit, yeah, duh, I get it, you know what I mean? Like, world edit would be weird if it worked with survival. It wouldn't work well. But I never realized that there's a whole section of mods that could work in survival that just don't have crafting recipes for items or things like that. And I suppose it's not a huge section, you know, it's not like a giant intersection or anything like that between these mods. But I just, you know, it's not something I ever realized was like even a thing at all. So that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and save, even though it has some work to do. This is gonna be cut, right? Cut underscore tungsten underscore block, right? Even though we have a little bit more work to do with this. And that's going to be up here with the rest of the cut textures, isn't it? Yeah, right there. I think that already looks a lot better, honestly, not even gonna lie. So I think we just got to replace these textures and we're good to go. Now there's a more annoying way to get armor and tools, since you have to craft parts for the tools and you have to craft the parts you need to craft a different tool. Fair enough. Yeah, only what an editor says, only what you would use in creative, like the Yushia mod. It's for creative decoration. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I think they're, you know, decorating and survival is a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point in decorating and only creative so that one day someone plays through that world in survival, right? Like, what worlds stay creative permanently other than like redstone testing worlds and stuff like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a big survival guy. Like, I love creative, don't get me wrong, but I think even if you're playing in creative, the point is to eventually make a world that someone plays through or tests in survival, right? You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Don't worry, A.C.E.S mod is survival friendly. Yeah, I figured yours was, Dixie. I figured. Actually, Dixie, when I review your mod, because I'm assuming you're planning on submitting it next Saturday, I was actually planning on playing it in survival, not creative mode, and just experiencing it, because I know it's meant explicitly for survival, not creative. Predator over on YouTube says, let's see, you can make this look better by just making a new layer with a single color and make it transparent. Put the old texture in and then make the thing you want to add in a slightly darker color and make it transparent. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and just layer it on top. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. It feels like way more work in my opinion. Like, I don't have a I've got the original, you know what I mean? I don't need to keep them separate. I don't know. I don't mind doing it the way I'm doing it. I don't think it's any more work or anything. Can you please send me that original texture so I can show you how I would do it? No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you would make the layering on top in a separate folder, make it slightly transparent, and then place them on top of each other. Which is, I mean, a fair enough way to do it, but I don't want to, you know? So why are you not? I'm not, dude. I'm pretty bad about reading them. I try to check both. Whenever I check one, check both. But I am pretty bad about it. I can let me move this over here. There we are. I don't even think I have this texture. I can export it though. Hang on. And then it'd be ore, right? Images. And this is just tungsten block. Upload file. Or overhaul. Whoa. One of my monitors just disconnected and changed everything around. That's weird. Hang on. There we go. Monitor is back in action. Let me move this back up here. Let me move this back up here. Okay, there we go. What's up, Ace? What's up? What's up, commenter? Commenter saying hello. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. Right now we're working on tungsten and our tungsten items, retexturing them. I'm not totally sold on it. but I think it's a lot better and we can work from it. There we go. But this is going to be somewhere towards the end of this here, isn't it? Right? Tungsten right there. Yeah. So it's gone from this really deep green color to this more, I feel, natural looking, like kind of, it's almost nickel-y, right? Like it's got that like hints of brown in there, but it's definitely green as well. Which I don't know if when I was looking at like pictures of tungsten and how it looks, I think this is way more accurate. So maybe it's just going to take some getting used to. But as long as it looks good by itself, even if it's different, that's fine. Tungsten right there. Save mappings, so we can come over here and search for tungsten. Our cut tungsten here. All this is gonna change. All this is gonna change. All right, you ready? We'll clear out. Oop. Clear out this. Yeah, and I know I could have just tweaked the existing texture, but I'm also going through this process right now where I change all of my my texture names, because the naming convention for my textures I'm just kind of not sold on, you know what I mean? I'll tell you what, I think that this other texture here, this one here, it looks fine. It's not a bad texture, but it does not look metallic at all. Like, that does not look like a metal. That looks like a metal, right? Like, that looks like a brushed and cut metallic object, right? I feel like that's a big part of it. And you finally said you were live? Oh, it did. Commenter, what's up, dude? Commenter, thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I figured it would eventually. I did see that it did, so I deleted my original message, my message. I don't know why it took so long, man. I don't know why it took so long. Yeah, dude, honestly, as I go through and replace these, I can't help but feel like at least my chiseled one, my cut one here, is much better. Like, much better than the original. It's just different. Like, look at this. It's very different. But this looks way more metallic. Like, I think it's, you know, gonna take some getting used to the fact that this is completely different. But I do think it is better. So all the raw tungsten has all been changed. Now we got to do the crate. There we go. Now the crate I'm not sold on. I feel like the crate needs a bit more work. Just a bit. But it's not horrible. It's not bad. I think we can rock and roll with it. Let's come here. And let's change around the door and stuff while we're at it. And the trap door. And we can also change this as well to match with the raw tungsten, because that is something like the tungsten ingot here and the raw tungsten here. I am actually a big fan of, especially the raw tungsten. I think it looks great. So we're gonna copy and paste over some colors here, and try and bucket fill, change up this this raw tungsten color, or the tungsten ore color, I guess I should say. We're gonna make it kind of match the raw tungsten a bit more. Yeah. There we go. And I guess the traditional one here still has one more, so we can do something like that. That's fine by me. So if we save this as tungsten underscore ore, we're gonna save this texture and then view those kind of side by side, right? Yeah, so it's that versus that, right? And I do think that that's looking a lot better. It's matching the other one, at least, you know what I mean? When you look at that, I think it kind of makes sense. I think it's going to contrast really well with the deep slate version too. Hello again, what's up, T2 Clips? I sent the blocks in the Discord, tell me what you think. How long will you stream? I usually stream for about 3 or 4 hours, so I don't know. Honestly, can't say. It'll be probably somewhere along those lines. I will say I like your blend with your coloring a bit better. You know how it like, yeah, because it blends more naturally from that like darker to lighter color, right? Which I can see like that's exactly what the transparent's going to do. It's going to kind of incorporate that blend, which is not bad at all. The cut one is interesting. For those of you that's awesome, this is what we're looking at right now. This is what Predator designed. So let's take a look at the, I do want to kind of open up the cut one over here and look at the difference here. Like, look at the key differences here. Ooh. Can I not? I can. Okay, so it kind of gets cut off. Unfortunately, you don't really get to see it. I like what he's doing here. Like, I like how this gets darker in the center points, like at the junctions. This kind of makes sense, right? Whereas mine's kind of all over the place when it comes to that. So that's definitely a place that he's improved upon. But personally, I think mine looks crisper, right? More dynamic, whereas this, I think, because they are transparent textures layered on top of each other, it kind of makes them look, I would say, better blended. But I like the crispiness right here, you know what I mean, and the sharpness of these hues, whereas these ones have kind of lost a little bit. But man, it didn't take them that long. But I will say I probably will take my greens, my really dark greens, and I will do a more specific job at making them line up at the intersections, the way he does here, and try to do better, more natural blends, because that is an area that looks a lot better than it does on this one over here. Should I submit my mod on Discord for the May 3rd stream? After this stream, probably tomorrow or sometime later today, I will open up a new channel in the Discord that says mod review submissions, and you can submit it right in there. Probably at the end of this stream, maybe tomorrow, depending on if I forget. New follower for real? Okay, commenter. Okay, I do appreciate it, but it's not. Oh yeah, Ace, I have again started working on a new mod, but since Flint is taking so long, I'm trying to make my own MC2. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's kind of why I ended up doing an MC overhaul, because I just couldn't keep myself working on like, nice. I couldn't keep myself working on like one mod at a time. You know what I mean? Like I didn't work on one mod at a time, you know what I mean? Like, it was more fun to like jump around to the various ideas I had, than it was to just kind of work on one specific thing. So that's kind of annoying. Did it change all of those? It did. I'm gonna close these down and open them up again. So I ended up just kind of doing an overhaul, because whenever I wanted to add something new, I didn't want to be, I just did it, you know what I mean? And I ended up with a mod that didn't exactly fit a specific theme. So it had to be kind of all over the place. Oh, push-ups, gotcha. And the stretch, okay. Let's do the push-ups first. 5 push-ups, then we'll hit him with the stretch. Ugh. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the stretch. Oh, babe. Ugh. Oh my goodness. You can really feel it right here. Oh my. Oh man. Whew. That's crazy. I just woke up. Oh. I stretched this early. I'm gonna throw my foot up on my bed here. Hang on. Oh wait. Oh goodness. Hang on. Ugh. And for those of you that missed it, check this out. Last Wednesday, this is what we did on stream, was we assembled this. Every single piece that you see here was placed on stream and assembled on stream. We got our nice edges on. It's got a nice shape. We just gotta put like the top part and then the like cockpit and whatnot. All that stuff on next Wednesday. Thank you for the follow, Taco. How early is it here? It's like 1 p.m. almost, like 12:40, something like that. What's up, Taco? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, only about 30 minutes. You haven't missed much. Here we go. Let's open up our trapdoor here. And then our regular tungsten texture. Wow, you can see a lot of things. A lot of similarities. I don't know if this is completely worth it because it looks almost identical, not gonna lie. Let's go here. And then from there, let's work backwards from our lightest texture. So is this? Wow, that's really it, isn't it? Wow. How is that not the same? That's the same. I'm just coloring it the same. And then there. And then there. There we go. We've got what? This shade and one more shade. Yo. Yo. Taco, what a G. What a freaking G, dude. Man showing the love. Taco with the 169 biddies. What a guy. What a guy. Thank you so much, dude. Sometimes you just gotta, you know? Dude, what a guy. You know, sometimes, sometimes you just got... He's been saying it over there in chat. I missed it, bro. What a guy. Thanks so much, man. That's awesome. I never even knew. Did y'all know that? Sometimes. I guess sometimes you just gotta. Who knew? Who knew? Let's go over here, make it a little bit darker. More gray for sure. See, it just doesn't feel right, you know? Something about it right here, you know? We're cooking, guys. Sorry. I'm silent. I'm locked in because we're cooking. We're cooking right now. Yeah, not there. Something like that. Something like that. Second and cheers now? Dude, what's up? Say it again. That's legit. Anyway, Ace, I haven't said hi. Hi. Cooking with rice with boiled milk? Nah, we're just cooking. We're cooking right now. Just straight cooking in general. So what you up to? We're like cooking. You know what I mean? Just be cooking. Sometimes you just be cooking like that. Save as a new texture. Tungsten _ trap door. There we go. Just like that, we have a new trapdoor texture. You know? Let's come over here. Where is trapdoors? Right here. Let's come here. Make it this new one. I'm gonna load into the game because I want to see these IR like in game, see how they look. Raw sausage? No, bro, what are you talking about? Come on. Come on. We're just cooking, okay? Just cooking. I've got something dangling outside my peripheral vision. Yeah, something's dangling off my hat. I saw it. I saw it right at the edge of my peripheral. Yikes. Yeah, hangnail. Okay, fixed it. Submit my mod on Discord, or do I need to upload on CurseForge? You can just submit it on Discord. You do not need to upload it publicly if you don't want to. Can't really watch right now, just tuning in to say hi. No worries, Zenith. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it. You do you, buddy. If you're busy, that is not a problem. Yeah, King. Yeah, well, I'll make a specific channel for it, and you can submit in there. Predator over on YouTube says, should I continue making my mod today? Is it the hard part now? Dude, with the 1 bit. I'll take it, dude. I'm not fussed about it. I take it. I appreciate it, man. Nonetheless, thank you for the 1 bitty. Dude, how early? No, I already read that. Could you? Yeah, gotcha. It's on the hard part now. Oh yeah, probably doing all the different models, right? Like the different Terraria models and lining that stuff up. By the way, I did the math. I need to make 135 block models. Holy crap, dude, that is so much. There are like 5 models that will force me to spin on the chair or something. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I do that a lot, to be honest with you, where like I'll open up. I just realized that this game isn't running. Like, we're not actually waiting on anything because it's not loading. That's silly. But like I'll sit down to do something and work on it for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll jump to something else. And I don't think that's a problem, you know what I mean? Depending, as long as you don't have like a deadline that you have to get it done by. If it's just a hobby, something you do for fun. Hang on, there's someone cutting the grass. I was wondering if you guys could hear that. Anywho, if it's just a hobby, something I'm doing for fun, I will do that all day, every day. For my mod, I'll hop on for like an hour or two, get off, switch to some balloons or something, hop back on for like an hour or two. So it's part of the reason why I like these streams so much, because they force me to work on the mod for like a few hours every week, which is really nice. Otherwise, I would probably never work on them. Let me just delete that. Just gonna delete that anyway. Dude, look at all these crappy item textures here. Yo, commenter, dude, what a guy with the 100 biddies. Can't sit back and let Taku do all the cheering. You're right. The question is, who's gonna come to the challenge? Who's gonna rise to the challenge of your cheer in cheer 101 bits just to outdo you, commenter? You ain't even outdoing Taco. You got 70 more to go, my dude. 71 if you want to beat him. You know what I mean? So, you know, at least he's not the only one. Yo, Taco, dude, what? Commenter, bro, dude, get that level 1 hype train going. Yo, the last 100, dude, 3 whole bucks, 300 biddies. Yo, what are you doing? Taco, bro, no, we got a biddy war going on, dude. Level 1, no, it's too bad. It's gonna be locked in at a level 1 hype train. It's too bad. No way. I doubt. No way. And we're locked at level 1. You ain't hitting level 2. I doubt. I love you guys. You guys are crazy. Holy crap, how many bits was that? Like 300 from commenter. It's always some weird number from Taco, bro. What are you doing? That's like what, 200, 300? Little over 300? Bro, almost 500. No, 500. 500 on the dot. Dang, dude. Dang. Look at Taco with the #1 bit leader and the tier 2-month sub badge by his name. What a guy. Commenter with the gifty badge though. He got the gifty badge. What, #2 gifty badge? Is that what I'm saying? Or is that just a gifty badge? It's just a gifty. #5 actually. #5. Commenter with the #3 with the cheers though. What a guy. Crazy. Oh, you guys are nuts. Dixie! Bro! Dixie wants to be in on it. Dude, Taco's jealous, man. Dixie with 505. Taco still got the lead with an extra 200 bits. Just so y'all know, the start of next year, January 2026, I'm resetting the bit board and I'm resetting the sub board. So you've got all year to try and beat them. Dude, Dixie with the 200. Yo, Taco, you've been beat. Taco, he got you. Got you with 5 biddies. Oh my goodness. Hydrate. Cam, I see the hydrate. Cam didn't want to be left out. Let me go get your hydrate for you, Cam. Y'all hear that? That wonderful lawn mowing. Wait, we might be close to level 2 hype train. 70%. You guys actually got a lot farther than I thought you would. A lot farther. I thought there was no shot we were breaking 50%. All right, Cam. Full glass of water right there. I'm actually pretty hyped about this because I am pretty thirsty, to be honest with you. So this is gonna be nice. Just like that. Delicious. Oh, Dixie with the fart. Dude, I gotta say, I really do wish the reward redemptions contributed to the hype train. That's not something I can control. Maybe I could change that with a plugin. But like, even if it was just like 1% for every 1,000, bugs redeemed, I think it would be nice if the whatchamacallit, or contributed to the hype train, the rewards, the bugs, but they don't, unfortunately. It's not a jar, that's a glass. That is a jar, not a glass. It's a glass jar. So maybe glass is just my way of abbreviating the word glass jar. You ever thought about that? Huh? Gosh, no respect. I'm just messing with you. Dudes. So actually, I don't think that looks that bad, to be honest with you. I think that fits. It looks kind of weird in texture form. But I think it fits, honestly. I think it fits well with the rest of the tungsten stuff. Doesn't exactly match, does it? No, it's not perfect. Huh, weird. Maybe we'll replace this one, but that's fine. For now, I think this looks good, right? It looks weird because we didn't finish the door and we didn't finish the bars. But I think that those two things, once they're finished, it's just gonna look good, right? I think this fits a little bit better with our metals, right? Like they all look metallic, you know what I mean? and have their own custom look to it. The armor here is trash. It's going to change. It's going to look a lot more like this with, you know, these colors and whatnot. So that should hopefully blend and match a little bit better. And the bars are also going to change. I'm going to kind of make them so they've still got to stay in this style where it's like, you know, bars every few, but I think I'm going to try and put like, instead of straight lines between them, I'm going to put like curved, like ridged lines almost. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Dang. Yeah, we just need to replace the door and all the rest of this. I think looks good. I think this looks good. Let us, just because I want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put it here. There's no guarantee that it makes it all the way to the end, but just in case, I'm gonna go like this. And we're gonna have gold. And all the gold stuff's gonna go over here, because gold is another, especially like these cut versions and whatnot, they need a lot of tweaking. So yeah. Oh, how many is it in front? 2, right? 2. So here, and then I need the ores. The ore here and the ore here, just like that. And then we have the blocks and then the cut versions. And we don't have any gold, whatchamacallit. It's not like we have gold crates or anything like that. But let's just leave it like that, I think. That looks good. I don't think so. That is gold and that is gold, right? That's a completely different thing, to be honest with you. But I do think I'm gonna change up this golden ear of corn texture a little bit just to match better with the carrot one, right? Because if we look at the carrot, honestly, I'm gonna change this ear of corn texture a decent amount anyways, but that's all gonna be a later thing. We're getting off topic. That's not what we're focused on. We're focused on the ores, the ore part. Even this gold texture is technically not part of the ore overhaul. It's part of the decorations, but we're gonna touch it up anyways. And let's get an armor stand as well, and then get some gold armor in here. That, and then after that we need mithril and cobalt as well. So this is why, which that raw mithril is actually not terrible. Not terrible, all things considered. Although, like, yeah, it just doesn't match, right? Like, something's off. Like, why is this the ingot texture and this is the, I don't know, something's off. Something's off. And I feel like this block texture is okay, but could do with some tweaking. That raw texture is okay. I just think it would look better in the gold format, right? So I probably will change it. And then this is probably my least favorite ore texture I have, so I'll probably tweak that up too. And then this texture will definitely change. This one might not. I might just tweak this to be a better blend, kind of the way this is. I kind of like this texture, to be honest with you. Huh. That's trash. There we go. I kind of like these tools, honestly. And that's not terrible. All things considered. This is pretty terrible, all things considered. It's not great, not really at all. Especially compared to like what it could be. Texture, it's not horrible, but I don't like it. I don't really like it, to be honest with you. Yeah, so these these need a lot of work. Get out of here, Golem, bruh. I'm gonna get this guy out of here. You guys ready? Yeah, you think we hit this? You think we hit this mace clutch right here? I missed some comments. Guys, we suck. You guys, we suck. Hang on. Boom! Didn't quite kill him. Hang on. We'll hit him again. Just like that. We did it, guys. All right. I actually think a more grid-like bar texture would fit more. Okay, okay. I mean, I'm open to suggestion. So this is like rectangular. It's not exactly grid-like. You know what I mean? So this one is like, they got these rectangles in there, and it kind of goes up, right? It goes up gradually as you look at them, right? This one is very grid-like. That was kind of the idea here with the lead bars. I was like, I want them to be very grid-like. You know what I mean? So that's very grid-like, unlike this one. This one here, I wanted it to look like almost kind of like an aluminum fence, like something you'd see at like a baseball field or whatever. Just that like wiry, scrappy fence, right? And I think so far they all look very unique, very different. This one, however, is literally just the iron bar texture, but reversed. Like, instead of going this way, it goes this way. Which, I don't know. If they weren't a different color, I think that could potentially be cool, because then you could run them like this, you see what I'm saying? And then they kind of run up, like away from each other, but even then, it's still not matched, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking we have, like, kind of like a curvy wrought iron texture here. I think that would kind of create 4 different iron bar texture looking things. Although I suppose I haven't seen them in the new color, quote unquote new color, you know what I mean? No, I'm sorry. Place next to stone. The armor is awful. Oh, it is awful. Kind of reminds me of create mod. I mean, I'd take that as a compliment, even though I don't think that's how you meant it. So I don't know. Make an outline of what I was thinking. Whoa, epic MLG Mace. Yes, I am. I'm awesome. Thank you. Taco, Dixie's talking to you. Or Dixie, Taco is talking to you, is what I mean to say. You did not respond to him. I don't think he saw it, to be honest with you. But, I don't know. Yo, honestly, I think I'm gonna go from the trapdoor texture and not work off the existing tungsten door texture, but instead go from the trapdoor texture. So I'm going to just erase all of this. I went too far. And then we'll copy, I guess, this color and put it in here. And do something like that. How is that gonna look? Because this one will come here and then go like this. Yeah, so it's not gonna look right. How does the door fix this problem? See. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We can work. We can work. We can ball. We can deal. Let's go like that. And I don't know, something like that. And then we can take this one. We're going to call this tungsten door bottom. Yeah, that'll do. And now we need to come off of that bottom a little bit more. So this top, this is what we're working off of, right? Yes. So let's just go ahead and erase all of this. And then we can color pick, I guess, this color, and that's fine. We can work from there. And that's gonna go like here, I think, and here. And then there'll be one like that. And like that. So this whole thing needs to move down is what I'm seeing, right? Oops. Right. Hang on. I'm just gonna erase this, honestly. Oops, it's too much. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That works for me. That's fine by me. No, sir. Bot, you're gonna get banned. You're gonna get banned. You're gonna get banned, and just like that, you've been banned. Get out of here, bot. Come on, ridiculous. Freaking bots in my Twitch chat all the time. They always be like that. Okay. From here, now let's do some of this copy paste coloring, right? Oops. So this is pretty much one of the darkest colors, it seems, that we used going along the border. So I think we're gonna keep using it. And then we use this color. And then where's the next lightest color that we got? Is this the same color? No, it's a lighter color. So that's probably the next lightest color we worked with. I'm just gonna go ahead and shade it all in. You know what? Let's just bucket fill one globally. Boom, like that. That's looking good. And then we need the next lightest color, which is like here. Okay, there we go. This one. Like that. Yeah. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Here's my idea for the tungsten bars on Discord, just the outline of coloring. Gotcha. Let me save this as a new texture. We're gonna save this as tungsten door bottom. Oh, this is the top, isn't it? Duh. Tungsten door top. Just like that. Boom. Close that down. And just like that, we have our tungsten door. So we can come back over here into our door, which is right here. Replace this with tungsten door bottom. Replace this with tungsten door top. Let's save and keep open for now. this right here. We want to change this to be our new tungsten door texture, right? So I think I'm actually going to take a page out of the other doors and have it be kind of dark right here. Like that. And then there we go. And then from there, let's grab, I don't know, this color. There we go. Oops. And then this color. And I don't know if this is the best way to create this little shape in here. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's necessary. So I'm going to try and make it a little bit more accurate to what's happening, right? You know, I guess it honestly wasn't that bad. Because this would be an accurate depiction. And that's pretty much empty. Like, that's way too big. So I guess it's probably better to, yeah, just kind of submit and do it like this. I think that's probably a better way of looking at it. Something like that, but no, it doesn't have to be that bright. We can add a little bit of texture variation ourselves, I think. And then have, I don't know, something like that. Oh, that is the color we used, isn't it? Wow, that's ridiculously light. Why did we use something that light? Oh, we did. What the heck? Why did we do that? And yeah, why did we do this? This seems ridiculously light. And then we can copy, like, I don't know, something like this. Put that around the very rim. And then we can save as new texture tungsten underscore door, and that's going to be an item texture. Save, close, close. And yeah, just like that, we now have a new tungsten door texture. We can open our tungsten door itself and change this texture to that new one. Save. What's up, Barton? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. We are working on our tungsten material right now. Just getting it better matched, more metallic, etc., etc. But there we go. I think that's pretty much everything except the bars. Oh, and the ore, I suppose. So we will work on that. I was sent an image for the bars and what they should look like. Oh wow, and people have just been talking away. Dude, I don't think he's watching the stream, but that diamond nugget, diamond shard is a better idea, Dixie, but that diamond nugget does look pretty good texture wise. Dang, I totally missed stuff. There's been things going on. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Just for the grid layout, I don't like it, dude. Personally, Like, it's a really tight grid. I think I'd rather look. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with something more, I don't know, artsy. Is artsy the right word? Something with just a little bit more like decorative features, like and stuff like that. And if that doesn't look good, I'll do the grid. But I have an idea for these other parts that I think could look good. So I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna bucket fill it here. And honestly, don't worry, all of this is gonna get erased. There we go. Show templates? No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see what you're saying, dude, but personally, I think it's more work. I think what you've described, using the templates feature, is more work, because you have to upload them all as templates. Like, the first step is doing a bunch of work so that you don't have to do so much later. But like, the template I'm using isn't from vanilla Minecraft. It actually was originally, like back when I did the lead texture the first time for these lead bars. Yeah, I templated it based on the iron bars, but I just dragged and dropped the one thing, iron bars. That was it. And then after I was done, I just open up the lead bars and work from them. Like, I don't have to drag and drop the iron bars again and again and again and again and again. I can see an argument for both sides. I do think probably if I broke it down, just uploading all the textures as a template is probably easier. It probably is just easier. But it's like front load work, you know what I mean? Like front end work that you just don't have to do, you know what I mean? So it's kind of easy to ignore it. All right, so what we're doing here is I'm creating a gap, right? So this will make it so that when they're placed side by side, you have those two sides. So when you're making an iron bar texture or a pane texture or a bar texture, this center two is kind of very important, because when it's not connected to anything, this is what it's going to look like. So if I was to have gaps or holes anywhere in here, when it wasn't connected, you'd see floating pixels and gaps and holes, and it wouldn't look right. I guess I could like speciate it, like kind of zigzag back and forth, and that would help, and that would kind of fix it, because then when you look at it from an angle, it kind of looks like a chicken wire grid or something like that. But personally, I'm gonna keep them all like this, and then I'm gonna put one line here and one line here. That way, when you put them side by side, those lines kind of connect with each other. They line up, if you will. And it looks a lot better. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to kind of drag that out from here. And then I'm going to take this light green one and kind of place it in these positions. There we go. So I think that looks good. And it's going to create a nice chain for us. And next thing we need to do is take, I don't know, this color, any color really, and we need to kind of match them up. So my thought is to do something like this. Doesn't exactly look right now, does it? That definitely doesn't look right. Yeah, it's not gonna look right. Oh, wait a minute.
It's on your bed.
All right. Thank you. See, that looks more interesting. And if you look over here to the right, it's kind of hidden by chat. You'll see the smaller image of it, so you can kind of tell that they're semicircles, kind of wedged within each other, right? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Anonym on YouTube over says peak design. I don't know. I am so torn. I very well just could be overthinking it. Maybe we should go with something like this and then I can tweak it if I don't like it, right? Yeah, I disabled chat so that y'all can see this version right here, because I'm looking at this version a lot to get like an idea of what it will look like. It's kind of zoomed out when you're not just, you know, isolating the one texture. So I removed the chat temporarily. Yeah. Oh gosh, I've missed chats. I said I heated people up and then ignored them. Takes like 2 minutes to create mechanism Minecraft. I mean, yeah, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, but after you do it in the beginning, you have saved yourself hours of time in the future. Potentially. I don't know if I'd say hours, but it could add up to be at least an hour over a long period of time. I see what you're saying, though. It's I have a block that after placement places a structure, it works well, but something that I want to do is have a specific side in front of players. Do you know how I can do that? I don't know how you can do that because I don't know. You'd have to be able to tell what direction the player is in. You can change the direction the structure spawns, but you have to be able to tell what direction the player is in so you can face it that way. You know what I mean? Is there a way to change a text box every couple of ticks? There's a way to change a text box at all, so I'm assuming you can just run that on like an every tick, and then at random it has a chance of, or maybe it counts the ticks. Probably. There's probably very much a way to do that. Dino tuning in on Twitch. What's up? Hello. Ace, you're drowning in Minecraft? Yeah. Yeah. Show the stream the design I made and have them vote. I can show them. So commenter thinks we should do something just really basic. Something more like, hang on, can I move this now? Come on now. something like this. So just like a simple 3 long lattice structure with a simple grid. And I'm hoping to get some more intricate shapes in there. Kind of match what the doors got going on, something like that, right? You know, where it just got the, but I don't know. So I don't know. Anywho, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I've got this. I feel like I've got to see this in game, because over here it makes it look so bubbly. You know what I mean? We're gonna say there's a new texture. We're gonna call this tungsten underscore bars. Here it doesn't look bad though. I have a feeling it's gonna look really bubbly though. Really, I don't know. This is the electric bars. We'll mess with the electric bars later once we've got them locked in. I guess it's gonna be the same texture either way. We can change them both for now. We can just change them both right now, I suppose. Could make a chain link texture that would match the door and trap door. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for, more or less, is something kind of chain link-ish. But I'm hoping to get it a little bit more, I don't know, ornate than just a standard chain link. Because chain link is what I went for my silver fence. So this is my silver bar thing, and it's very chain link, right? So I don't want to just copy this verbatim. I don't want to just have this. I want something a little bit unique, but like that. So similar but different is kind of the idea that I'm hoping for. I don't think our little loop-de-loops cuts it is good personally. I'm not a fan of these. I might already start changing them, but I just launched the game. I'll wait. I'll test it out. Give it its due diligence or whatever. We'll test it out, and then I don't know. We'll see. While we're at it though, we can come over here to the changelog. And what have we tweaked? Right, we've tweaked the is tungsten block even on here? Silver, that was raw tungsten. Tungsten ingot, raw tungsten block. I'd say we've definitely changed the tungsten block texture. I'd say I could say we've tweaked it. We've tweaked them. And then the door and the trap door, huh? You could use that design and make them round instead of squares. I think he means this design. And make the centerpieces round? Or use this. Because I feel like these they're already round. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about, dude. Sorry, I gotta go. No worries, commenter. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I need the changing text box for some sort of progress bar. Oh, I got you. I mean, huh. So my concrete mixer GUI here has water, and then right here the water level, and that's constantly changing. So that instead of having a default text value, it uses one of these, like a return. So all you need to do is set up a text box, set it up with a return, and then have something like this where it just returns different text based on whatever ticket is or whatever, you know what I mean? Mine, I have it constantly returning the text of whatever the liquid level is. But you can make something a little bit more complex than that and you're good to go. You know, it honestly doesn't look bad. I do think it's a bit bubbly, like I thought it was going to be. Like, not quite like an iron bar, you know what I mean? But it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Let's come in here, and what is the texture of the door, right? It's like follows something like this, I think. Oh, it's literally the exact same texture as what's here, right? No, it's just it's slightly different. Oh, but it's so close. Dang. The bubble like iron bar felt more like a Victorian style. Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting kind of like like a cheap motel, you know, like I feel like in a cheap motel you'd have a divider between the beds, or like between, I don't know, a kitchen area and the beds, and it'd be like just some sort of bubbly, I don't know, glass thing. Something like this, right? That's kind of the idea I'm getting. Now it's throwing me because these are really dark, and they're gonna end up being pretty much completely light in coloration, not dark in coloration. So that's throwing me off a little bit as far as accuracy, but I think I want something like this over here, but I think I want a difference, the way that is different from that, you know what I mean? I don't know. Got a question. How do you make mobs have variants? The easiest way to do it is with a plugin called GeckoLib. So if you have the GeckoLib plugin installed, I can show you what I've done here with my hamsters. So I used to have a bunch of different types of hamsters. So that's how I did it before I used GeckoLib. I literally just took this hamster and I copy and pasted it. It had a different texture, that was a different color, and it had different spawning mechanics and whatnot. But the problem is the game will treat them as if they are completely different entities, even though they're the same entity. So you end up with like a lot of copy pasted code and stuff like that. So the easier way to do it and the better way to do it is to install the GeckoLib plugin and make your entity a GeckoLib animated entity, as you can see here. So this is my hamster, and I've got a program here, so it says hamster on initial entity spawn. So whenever the hamster spawns for the first time, I'm going to set a local random variable, and then I'm going to figure out what biome it is. And based on the biome, it has a higher chance of becoming one specific type of hamster and a lower chance of becoming any of the other two types. So I have 3 different types here. So if it spawns in a taiga biome, it has a 50% chance of becoming a black hamster. However, if it spawns in any other biome, it's got a 25% chance of being ginger and a 25% chance of being silver. So this is pretty much exactly all I do. So it's one hamster, and whenever it spawns initially, I have it just randomly deciding what color it should be. Using that. And the initial one I think is technically ginger by default, but it doesn't matter what you make it by default. And that's how you would handle variants. At least in my knowledge, in my experience, the best way to handle variants. I kind of like this look here. I think I want to move it up though. Move it up by 1. So I'm going to, what is this? This uses out to here, I think. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that here. Start it in the middle and have it come in. I think that looks a lot better. How does that look? I can't tell. Is that better or worse than if they just lined up? I feel like that's worse. Hang on. I feel like that's going to be better because it's going to create a larger pattern overall, right? Whereas the other one was just this same vertical pattern repeated every horizontal slice. So I feel like this one creates a little bit more dynamic and kind of interesting shape there. Because it really... wait, is there a way to make an image texture change every couple of ticks? There's a way to make it so that a texture is either visible or not visible. I don't think... Well, no, wait a minute. They added animated sprites now. So I think yes, although I am unfamiliar with the mechanic that does it. It's super simple to get a texture that change. Basically, whenever you have a text, the value can be determined by procedure. So instead of having a default text, you want to have it determined by procedure. And then within that procedure, you just return whatever text you want, right? So I don't know, if you have it so that it changes randomly, you could literally just use a rand and then every tick call this like procedure. I don't know. This is updating every tick, right? So you can just have this procedure return some text value tied to the block and then have it so that on update tick, that text value has a random chance of changing or changes incrementally, or, you know, tie it up however you want. And there's a chance it's just simply not possible with the specific way you want to do it, but it probably is with a little bit of fiddling. And I believe when it comes to progress bars, there's a way to add like animated, yeah, right here, add sprite. So you can add like an animated texture. I don't none of my textures are saved as sprites with like full-on animated textures. They're all individual, as you can see here, but eventually I should update them, set the number of sprites, and then this will set sprite. I don't know how these sprites work, to be honest with you. I have not messed with them at all. But I think sprites would be how you're supposed to do an image that changes. For now, I just have several images piled on top of each other. Let me, oh crap. Several images piled on top of each other. So item churn progress bar. Okay, so the churn progress bar is always the same. But like, for example, over here with the water, if I move this bottom one, you'll see like I have my empty one just layered underneath the top one. So what happens is I have a display condition. So this top one, which is full, this one right here, only displays, you can see right here, if the tank level is at a certain height. So they kind of just overwrite each other and create the illusion of filling and being a different texture, even though they're the same. So could you show the yeah. Hello Lion, welcome to stream. You can you can make more sheep variants with color using the Gecko Lib plugin. Yes, you can. Like anything with color. I don't know if you can make more sheep variants, but you probably can. Maybe, I don't know. I think it has to be a custom Gecko Lib entity to change the texture, but I don't know. If you mirror, yeah, okay, so Dixie says mirror the side. I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and actually texture this in with some color, and see kind of how it ends up. So I'm just gonna leave a couple of ends every now and then. And then we'll kind of do the same thing again with this lighter shade. And then the same dealio here with this lighter shade. And then we'll take this ultralight shade and just sprinkle in a very small select few, just here and there, maybe here. Yo, Taco with the 6 bits. He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back. He's like, no, we got to get another hype train going. Man, oh man, what a guy! What a guy! Thank you for the 6 biddies, Taco. I appreciate it. I think that's looking good. If anything, it's honestly a bit light. It's a bit light in the center there. I feel like that center being that light is really throwing me. So I think I'm going to try and remove all of these ultralights that we've kind of added. I think that's a bit better. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and save this texture, close it down, and relaunch and see how it looks. Huh? I didn't do anything. No, you did. No, you did. You can't mess with me, bro. You could use no, that great one. Anonym, honestly, I still don't entirely know what you're talking about. Great texture. If it's a texture that you're referring to just in here, dude, I'm never gonna see it. I'm never gonna see it because I've got a million of them. But I don't know. I like what we got going on now. I think it's similar but different, right? Similar but different, which is good. Which is good. Taco, I know, right? I'm amazing. Yeah, sure. Always gotta hype yourself up, bro. Gecko Lib procedure only apply to Gecko Lib entity. Yeah. Tim's on it. How do you just change the display of the arrows then? Could you show the water level procedure? I mean, I can. The thing is, here's the tricky part, Barton. I am telling you that there is a new feature that was added in 2024.4, maybe 2024.3, that makes it a lot easier to have something like this or something like this, where you have a progress bar, and I do not know how to use it. So I can't tell you what the best way to do it would be, because I'm confident that this new way of doing it is the best way to do it. Otherwise, why would they add it? And I don't know how to do it that way. So I can tell you the outdated method and the outdated way of doing it, but I cannot tell you the best way to do it. Anyways, I mean, it's super simple. So every single fluid tank display image has this one of these procedures, right? So this one is, if level of tank is greater than 0, then display that first water level, right? If it's greater than 6,000, display, I think this is number 10, the 10th image. So that's 0. This must be, yeah, 11. So this is probably 1. So this is, yeah, this is 2. So if it's greater than 1200, and I just kind of do it this way, right? So this is 1 right here, right? So if it's greater than 600, then display the second image. If it's greater than 1200, then display the third image. If it's greater than 1800, display the fourth image, right? So each of these are kind of all the same. The only difference is this number right here. And based on that number, I have them tied to different images. So each of them displays differently depending on the water level. And because they're layered on top of each other, they kind of overwrite the previous one. So it doesn't matter that that previous one is still technically displayed, because the second one is on top of it, right? But there's an easier and a better way to do it. I just don't know how. That's pretty good, no? I feel like I like that. You know, I just realized the iron bars, this is like a pane, like a glass pane, but the iron bars have that solid texture on the inside and then one solid band wrapping around them, so they look slightly different when they're in this vertical like just vertical segment. I never noticed that before. But MCreator doesn't have an iron bar option, right? It just has a pane option. Yeah, just a pane. Huh. So they're just gonna be slightly off. Slightly different. I like it. I like it, though. I think it's good. I think we just need to touch up all the items and the deep slate ore. And then we need to add golems, of course, for lead, silver, and tungsten. But that could that's gonna take a fat minute. That's gonna take so I'm kind of procrastinating the golems, to be honest with you. Wait, how the heck did this happen? Oh, the mace. I bet you when I maced that iron golem, it blasted the cobalt armor set over here. That is so ridiculous. Yeah, ignore, dude, I hate these textures. These textures are so bad. All of these textures are gonna get changed. They're gonna be looking better. I'm happy with these textures. I'm really happy with the tin door and stuff like that, and the aluminum. I'm happy with these doors. They came out really well. Oh goodness. All right, we need to change the textures and whatnot. I am happy with what we've got going on now for the tungsten bars. Let me come here and search tungsten, and let's delete these tungsten bars here. Now let's come here and open a new app. This is how we are going to get our deep slate tungsten ore texture. So we're going to take this and we're going to export it as tungsten underscore ore. And we're going to come over here. open our deep slate ore image or deep slate image, delete the ore that we have in it right now. And we can drag and drop that tungsten ore in here. And then all we have to do is take an eraser. Ooh, whoops. Scale that down to size 1 and softness 1. And just erase all of these textures right here. And what we will be left with is what our tungsten ore would look like if it was in deep slate. Oops. There we go. And there we go. Now we can file, save that image. I think it has to be saved as a PNG if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to call that deep slate underscore tungsten underscore ore. Come over here. Import textures, block textures, deep slate tungsten ore right there. And then we can come over here to our tungsten ore. It's going to be over here, tungsten ore right there, tungsten ore deep slate. And then we can change this to our deep slate texture, which is right there. Select, save. I don't think the single pane block matters too much. No, it doesn't really matter. I'm not fussed about it. It's just something I never noticed that is technically wrong. You know, technically not how it's supposed to be, but it is what it is, and I don't think it really matters. It's really close. I mean, I've been I never noticed, right? And I mod on all the time on here, right? So there we go. That's pretty much all that done. I think we can go over here, go to our change log. Yeah, our deep slate ore is already in place. We already did the doors and trapdoors. So what's different is bars. So the bars have completely changed. So it's going to be tungsten bars slash electric bars. There we go. Do I have the bars on here for the other ones? I don't think I do. Yeah, silver bars there. I should also do slash electric bars. And then lead bars slash electric bars, just like that. Boom. Oh, and I found a bug with Creator. You can't place item frames on modded stairs and slabs. Yeah, because modded stairs and slabs are technically transparent. And I mean, literally, they don't stop rain either. It's really ridiculous how long that's been a bug, and Creator just hasn't fixed it. That modded stairs and slabs just don't stop rain. When it's raining, it rains right through your modded stairs and your modded slabs, and it's really annoying and really difficult to fix. And it's just probably one of the biggest flaws with Creator, is that problem. And it's really obnoxious and really annoying, but it is what it is, I suppose. Here's my tungsten ingot. I'm actually going to open up lead, my lead ingot here for a second. And I'm actually going to go through my lead tools and change them to tungsten tools and save them that way. So it looks like I'm using, yeah, 1, 2, 3 right here, right? 1, oh, there's another light color, right? 1, 2, 3, and then 4, huh? 3 and then 4. What color is this? 464F70. I feel like I can't help but feel like that's going to be this color. Yeah. So it's that darkest color that I'm using for that central part of the axe. But usually I'm just using the other 3 and then those standard borders. Okay. So that means if I want to translate this lead axe into a tungsten axe, then I should copy this color paste it in there. And these are all going to be paste ones. Enter. Just like so. Copy this color. This color. And then we'll take that lightest and work out from there. Boom. And that would be a tungsten axe. So we can save as a new texture here, an item texture, tungsten underscore axe. Boom, just like that. And I think that looks a lot better than the other one. Honestly, it looks kind of interesting though. Like that nickel color is really interesting to me. But it is what it is, and I like it, so let's just move along. Let's do the hoe next, and we shouldn't need the ingot texture anymore, because we should just be able to kind of copy and paste it from here. Oh, people be redeeming, doing the big redeems, dang. Yeah, and it's weird that they haven't fixed it. Yeah, dude, it's super weird that they haven't fixed it. Like, their slabs and stairs just aren't right. Like, they're not right. There's problems with them. They need to fix it. It's ridiculous. It's probably been a bit since you were able to make stairs and slabs and such. So, like, 3 years or something. At least 3 years. I mean, it's always been a thing ever since I've been using M Creator. And I think I started with, like, 2021. So, 4 years ago. It's never been fixed. It's ridiculous. Sit-ups, push-ups, stretch, and a hydrate. Taco dropping about a nice 1,000 bits, nice 1,000 bugs up in here. Gotta do the full routine. Dude, I actually said 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits would be nuts. That's like, what, $10? That's freaking ridiculous. Gotta do the full routine. Shouldn't the stretch be before the workout? Nah, we stretch after work. Technically, you're supposed to stretch before and after a workout. But anyways, let's do it. Sit-ups, push-ups, stretch, hydrate. Starting with the sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On to the push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. Gotta get the nice stretch. Oh my goodness, whoa. Oh my gosh, whoa, that's crazy. That feels, oh, so good. Oh goodness. Oh my. Whew. Oh. Ooh. Then the hydrate. Pac-Man over on YouTube. Hi, bro. It's my first time join here and I see this. Bruh, you can blame my Twitch chat. You can blame my Twitch. Let me get down here in the camera. You can blame my Twitch chat. Because we've got, I don't know if you've ever been on Twitch, but you get like points and point redeems on Twitch. So they be doing this stuff just about every 30, 40 minutes. Something like that, man. I got a hydrate to do. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Let me fix my my chair. There we go. Woo. Full glass of water. Just like that. Woo. All right, Taco. Thank you for the sit-ups, push-ups, stretch, hydrate, dropping a full routine, bruh. Maybe after all this support I'm showing to Ace, he'll consider adding my mod to the server. Dude, your mod is crazy. Your mod is crazy. Actually, speaking of the server, I haven't checked in a while, but I think a lot of people are not playing on it. I myself am included in that. So I'm either going to just reset it, maybe throw some new mods on there, change it up, or just close it down entirely. One of the two, because I haven't checked in a while, but last I checked, people were not playing, myself included. So I'm either going to switch it up or close it down, right? Because it costs money to host. So I do have a server, Pac-Man. It's a Discord, well, I have a Discord server, but I have a Minecraft server, a modded Minecraft server hosted for my Discord. So anyone within the Discord has access to the server and they can hop on, play around. I don't know what's going on there. It's been a minute since I hopped on there myself, to be honest with you. Yo, Barton redeemed karaoke and he sent a link. Okay, I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie, dude. Dixie says haven't been playing that much since I have been working on my mod. Fair. Yeah, I don't blame you. I just been playing on like my personal forever world that I play on all the time, because we're coming up on 10,000 days. I think I'm on day like 9,000. So I've been like grinding on that world because I want to make a YouTube video when I hit 10,000 days. Bedrock 2? No, it's unfortunately it's a Java server. It's a modded server and it's hosted on Java Edition, my man. So if you don't have Java Edition, unfortunately, then yeah, you won't be able to access the server. I play on Bedrock though. Actually, I do play on Bedrock, which is interesting. So my forever world is Bedrock, and here probably in the next probably before the end of the year, I will have a 10,000 days video on my personal forever world as a Bedrock world up on my YouTube page. So you should reset the server and add new mods. I might do that. I probably will, to be honest with you. Probably will. Pac-Man, I can give you my information. I don't know. I don't think I have it on. I don't have the command set up on YouTube, but I can copy and paste it into the YouTube chat for you there. So don't include the parentheticals, the like liter, you know what I mean? It's just it's just the, you know, the name inside the parentheticals. But yeah, you can search that up and add me, and I can, you know, I'll see it and I'll add you back whenever I'm on Xbox and whatnot. So yeah, next mod review is on May 3rd. Next Saturday is the next mod review. Okay, let's click on this YouTube link. Hang on. Is this a song? This is Subnautica. So this is what was in the link that they sent me. Oh, he sent me another link. Okay. I was like, this how am I supposed to karaoke this? This is probably just music, right? Like, doesn't seem like it would be whatchamacallit. We're okay, this is a really long video. Are you just talking about this one section of this? The second song is the real song, not this one. This one? I don't. What do you want me to do in here? I'm so confused. It says, "Bruh, I have a Chromebook." Bruh, that's it's you can you play anything on that? Can you even play Minecraft on a Chromebook? How do I get the Prime Gaming thing? Like that? It looked funny, so here you go. Is this a song?
Muppet Labs, and we came to say.
Oh my gosh, it is. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be horrendous. This is gonna be terrible.
We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today. Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic, but precisely why we built the Muppet Labs. Romantic, one flip of a switch, and I'll be spitting completely.
I don't know how in the world I'm supposed to remember this and sing along. No, I've never heard this song in my life, Taco. If it was like a rap song that I knew, sure, I could sing along, rap along, whatever. But I'm gonna have to listen to this like 2 or 3 times to practice. Oh my goodness.
The risk of a glitch, don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch, seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my ass and the speed is passing a Beaky, check the brake. Overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my ass and the speed is passing a
fast.
Beaky, check the brake.
Say as fast as can be.
Speed is passing a Beaky, check the
As fast as can be, Beaky, check the breaker.
brake. Twiddle the knobs, rip out a cog at the lyrical.
Twirl the knobs, rip out the cog. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna have to write this down. I can't keep up. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. What the heck? Seems like a cringy SMG4 song. I don't even know what SMG4 is.
We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today.
Okay, okay. I think I've got that. This is ridiculous.
Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic, but precisely why we built the Muppet Labs.
I gotta be honest with you, these are pretty fire lines. Like, it's pretty good for being just a Muppet song. Oh, you sent me the lyrics? Okay, that's gonna save me some time. Hang on. Find a song where he can sing along since he don't know the lyrics to that one. I'll learn them, dude. I'll learn them. It's not that long, right? What is that recommended? Don't look at my recommended. Don't look at my recommended, dude. Also, they're all Muppet Labs related. A lot of them are, at least. Don't look at my recommended. This seems like a... No, I already read that. I always get so lost in these. Actually, that's reasonable that you don't know what SMG4 is because you're not a Nintendo guy. Yeah, it's true. I'm not a Nintendo guy. So if that, especially if that's an abbreviation, I'm not gonna know. I sent him the lyrics. Hang on. Oh my gosh.
The YouTube Cypher. Multiple artists coming together on a single track, each performing as various popular characters in a maelstrom of unfathomable and unrivaled clickability.
No sesame, it's wrong one for the kids. Dr. Goggles and Pro.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do this whole thing. I'm not gonna do this whole thing. I'll do the Muppet Labs thing, mostly because this is like 10 minutes and I don't know it, so I'd have to memorize like 10 minutes worth of song. Is this part right here. Hang on. I'm gonna get copyright strike too, I swear.
We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today. Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic, but precisely why we built the Muppet Labs Rap-O-Matic. One flip of a switch, and I'll be spitting completely. The risk of a glitch don't be ridiculous, Speaky. Bit of a hitch, seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my ass and the speed is passing a big. Check the brake, twiddle the knobs, rip out a cog at the lyrical log with a bigger rock on my hippity hop, and a zippity top, and a thing to stop me switching it off. Oh, Beaky, you broke it. That'll be coming out of...
Yeah. Okay, it's just a little part, but holy crap, wow. Oh. Was it an easier song? Bro, I kind of want to try it. I kind of want to try it now. You've already set the challenge, and I kind of want to try it. Hang on. 1 bit, this is for you, your pain. And what, the lyrics? I got my Discord's covering it, hang on. Pain and memorizing the lyrics? No, it's not. It's fine. It's fun. Gosh. Hang on. I gotta highlight this. Okay. It's not funny at all. I need to go now. Bye. All right, Dino. No worries. I see you peacing out right before I start singing. But it is something. Pac-Man's also like, I'm so sorry. I need to go have a good stream, bro. Everyone's dipping. They don't want to hear this. No worries, Pac-Man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with us. I appreciate it. All right. How does this start? We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today. Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic. That's precisely why we built the Muppet Labs Rap-O-Matic. 1 flip was switch, and I'll be spitting completely. Meep, 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 meep. Right? Meep, meep. That is meep, 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 meep. This part doesn't matter. I can probably do whatever, but I want to meep, 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 mo. Meep, 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 me, 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 me. Me, mo, me. Okay, I see what it is. Yeah, me, mo, me. The risk of a glitch? Don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch. Seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my resonant speed is as fast as I can. Beaky, check the breaker. Oh wow. Twirl the knobs, rip at the clock, hit the lyrical clock with a brick, with a brick or a rock. Now my hippity hop is at the tippity top. But I think we should stop and be switching it off. Okay. The risk of a glitch? Don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch. Seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my resonant speed as fast as I can. Beaky, check the breaker. Twirl the knobs, rip at the cog, hit the lyrical clock with a brick or a rock. Now my hippity hop is at the tippity top. But I think I would stop and be switching it off. I don't know if that's in tune or like as fast as they're doing it. But I'm just trying to get the muscle memory of saying it so that I don't get tripped up on the lyrics, right? That's gonna be the hard part. Me. The risk of a glitch? Don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch. Seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my resonant speed as fast as it can. Beaky, check the breaker. Twiddle the knobs, rip at the cog, hit the lyrical clock with a brick or a rock. Hit now hippity hop, tippity top, but I think should stop. Switching it off. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Let's try it with the music in the background. Okay.
We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today. Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic. That's precisely why we built the Muppet Labs. Rap-o-matic, one flip of the switch, and I'll be spitting completely. The risk of a glitch? Don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch, seems it is overheating. Beaky, did you forget to check the lexical accelerator? As you can see, my resonant speed is fast as I can. Take it, check it, rip knobs, rip at the cog, the lyrical look with a brick or a rock. My hippity hop is tippity top, but I think stop switching off. Oh, Beaky, you broke it. That'll be coming out of your paycheck. Smoke keep with
the not bad. I feel like that wasn't bad. Right? I don't know. Pixie with the fart. Bro, the other song, Happy, really? What a lame song, right?
It might seem crazy what I'm
So lame compared to come on, really? Lame. I feel like there's no way I can keep up just reading along with all of it. Damn, well, this is what it is. Let's do it one more time. Let's try it one more time, and then we'll hop back to it. But I thought that was fun. Okay, hang on.
We're Muppet Labs, and we came to say this is where the future's being made today. Oh dear, you can hear that my rhymes are rather tragic. That's precisely why we built the Muppet Labs. Rap-o-matic, one flip of a switch, and I'll be spitting completely. The risk of a glitch? Don't be ridiculous, Beaky. Bit of a hitch, seems it is overheating. Beaky, you forget to check the lexical accelerator. As you can see, my resonant speed is fast as I can. Take it, check it, turn on my better cog, the lyrical look with a brick or a rock. My hippity hop, but a tippity top, but the things we're switching it off. Oh, Beaky, you broke it. That'll be coming out of your paycheck.
Pretty good. What a fun recommendation. I had a blast with that one, not gonna lie. Might be one of my favorites yet. That was fun. Oh goodness. And now back to texture swapping. Wow, that's actually like what a come down. It's like totally turned it around. Wish we had something with more of a beat. You know what I mean? With I don't know, like something solid, right? In the beat categories. Oh, wow. Wow, this is very different. We've totally switched it up. Barton, you've ruined the rest of the music. All the other music just sounds plain now. I can't believe you've done this. It is obviously intentional, and I don't forgive you. Okay. Okay. Sometimes, look, not often. It's not that often, you know, but sometimes you guys will be funny. Every now and then, you know, might get a laugh or two in. How long have we been streaming for at this point? 2.5 hours. Hot dang. 2:30. All right. All right. There we go. Save as a new texture. Tungsten underscore pickaxe. Oh, and that's got to be an item texture. I bet you the hoe we didn't save properly, did we? You know, it's a block texture up here, isn't it? Yep. Let's save as a new texture. Tungsten hoe and make that an item texture. There we go. And then we can delete the block because we don't want a block that's textured like that. And there we go. That's looking a lot better. Next up, we want the shovel. There you go. Oh, wait. No. We want that shovel texture here. Then we want this texture. Then we want this texture. And then the light one, and then the dark one. See, Taco, I don't know how you can watch this and not think, wow, that looks so boring. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the stuff I try not to do on stream, but sometimes it's just, you know, what you be doing at that time. All right. Tungsten underscore shovel. Make that an item texture. There we go. But that's like, yeah, it's just, this is it. You know what I mean? I'll even do the sickle. Why not? What? Oh yeah. It's boring, right? Yeah, it is. It's super boring. Tungsten underscore sickle item save. And this is gonna be, I guess, the first one that is just kind of completely different texture-wise, or very different, I should say. There we go. There we go. Tungsten sword, like that. Boom. And just like that, all the tungsten tools are done. We still have to do the armor and whatnot, so let's do that as well. Might as well do that like right now, honestly. We'll take this darkest color and fill that globally right there. Take this color, fill that globally right there. And then we'll take the lightest color here, paste that in, oop, right there. And just kind of work backwards from there. Put it there. Tungsten underscore boots. And it's going to be in. Crap, I just canceled that, didn't I? Tungsten underscore boots. And that's going to be an item texture save. Yeah, there we go. That should be all the more texture that we need now. And that's already looking a lot better than those, at least in my opinion. I obtained and broke an axe in 6 minutes. What type of axe? That looks good. Underscore chest plate. I saved it as a block, didn't I? Yep. And I spelled it wrong. Tungsten underscore chest plate. Item, save, boom. Delete this one. And then we have that one right up there. Awesome. There we go. There's the helmet, and then we just need the pants, right? Yes. And that's all the item textures changed. We can go here, copy that, and paste that over. Dang, whatever. There we go. And there we go. Save as new texture, tungsten underscore leggings. Item, save, boom, boom. And just like that, all of our new tungsten textures are all finished just like so. I think they're looking pretty good. A lumber axe for my mod. 2 iron ingots, 1 nugget, 2 logs, and a string. 250 durability. I just did it again in 4 minutes. It's on a set seed though. Fair enough. I mean, but destroying one of those shouldn't be that hard. I'm assuming it takes damage for every single block it destroys. So like, you could break it immediately if you had it already set up that way. You know what I mean? Like if you broke from the bottom world height to the top of the world height, you could just break that thing immediately, right? So then we're going to come in here, come into our tungsten axe and change its texture to our new tungsten axe texture there. change the hoe. And the pickaxe is all the way down here. Did we changed the deep slate one? Yeah, we did. Cool. And then the shovel texture needs changed as well. But you cannot find cats in taiga villages, so it is pretty hard to craft and use the axe 250 times in 4 minutes. Fair enough. I did not know that you couldn't find cats in taiga villages. Can someone fact check that? Is that a thing? I'm almost positive that's not a thing. And that you can indeed find cats in taiga villages. It's only me and you and Dixie, I think. Someone else is watching. I don't know who. That's 3, but I don't know who. I swear. Well, so my main Minecraft world is set up like right on a taiga biome. Or has a taiga village next to it. My bedrock world though, so maybe it's a bedrock thing. But it can get cats. Like I get cats over there all the time. I know I do. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. All right, I gotta go help my pops move something around. I will be right back. I ain't scared. I scared you guys. We're back. We're back, and we've got some textures to change. Let's get a nice copy paste jab going on. There we go. Come here. Boom. There we go. Bucket. One, just like that. What, and the darkest texture is this one? Yeah, so this dark texture here, it doesn't exist on this pair. Gotcha. We just start at this color. That's gonna go here. And here. And it's gonna bucket fill there and there. One back. Yes, sir. Scared Taco. Scared him for sure. You had to tear a tree down. You know how it goes, you know. Every now and then you're like, yep, I'm gonna tear this tree down. Just because I don't want it to be here anymore. You know what I mean? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4? That seems right. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah. So it seems like we can skip that shade. Let's do this one. And then our final shade here. Yo, Taco spamming the dinosaurs. All right, let's save as a new texture. We're gonna save this as an other, and it's gonna be called tungsten underscore layer underscore 1. Save that as an other texture. Save. Save this as a new texture. Other tungsten underscore layer underscore 2. Now we're going to export these as tungsten underscore layer underscore 1 and tungsten underscore layer underscore 2. We can then delete those. We can also delete these and then import an armor texture, tungsten layer 1 and tungsten layer 2. Boom, just like that. And now we have our tungsten armor good to go. So all we have to do here is go tungsten armor. remove each of these item images, because remember they're going to be our new tungsten armor, which is down here. And this is going to be changed to tungsten, just like that. And then we can save mod element. Delete those, and just like that, all of our tungsten textures, as you can see here, have all been updated. Wow, it's a lot of texture changes, huh? It's quite a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and launch the game, test those out, see how they look in game. Meanwhile, we can come over here and say that all tungsten tools and armor have been tweaked. There we go. Perfect. Wow, all I see is dancing dinosaurs. Didn't scare me. I was eating the banana and chicken. No, wrong. I scared you. I did. Play this when you get worn out of texture recoloring. Made a song. He made a song, guys. That's a lot of new textures. Yeah. If you look through the changelog, pretty much all of these textures have been tweaked, meaning they're similar to what they were before, but different. And all of these textures have been changed, meaning they are just completely different from what they were before. And that's pretty much all the changes in this mod so far. I've added a couple more blocks. That's like, what, 12 more blocks right there to play with. And then I fixed a bug. And I've tweaked the turkeys and the hamsters a little bit. But for the most part, I've just been working on these textures. Changing or tweaking all of these textures. Lots of texture changes. Hang on, we've got to listen to music. Let's see what's going on here. This is actually pretty good, yeah. Yeah, dude, the only thing is that it's pretty short. Like, and I don't know, maybe you're gonna add more on the end, but that's like the only thing I could say is that it's like, it's kind of short, but it's pretty good, dude. It's actually really fun. It is very loud. Yeah, I had to turn that volume way down, because it was playing incredibly loud. Yeah, can't change the loudness of it. Nope. It's one of the battle themes for my game. Yeah, dude, fair enough. I would I mean, the only thing I would say is that it's short. If it was a bit longer, that'd be kind of nice, because it's going to get very repetitive, because it's not even like a minute, is it? Like, maybe it's a minute long, I don't know. But a bit longer would be nice. That's about it. Right on, and just like that, that's all of these done, supposedly, right? I think that tungsten looks a lot better because it's clearly like green, but it looks more realistic now, right? More believable. If anything, I would say that lead, like my lead blocks, are like my least favorite textures that I have. But I don't want to go tweaking them too much, to be honest with you. Maybe I make them a little bit darker, but I don't think so, honestly. I think it looks more or less okay. But I think all of these textures are much better than they were before. I think the crate could still use a little bit of tweaking. But I like that cut tungsten. That cut tungsten texture is looking really good. And I feel like silver could get a bit of a softer border for the armor. Crate look like a lamp. Yeah, I see it. Like a redstone lamp. Yeah, it doesn't not look like a lamp. You're not wrong. Maybe I'll tweak it around a little bit more, kind of like some of that background like shading. But I think for the most part it looks pretty good. I don't dislike it, you know what I mean? And so yeah, we might tweak around some of this a bit more, but I think it's all looking better, at least better. Especially the raw tungsten, like this from a distance. So this raw tungsten. I feel like that looks really good. There's a gradient there now, right? Like, am I tripping? I feel like that kind of helps the blend. Maybe it's darker than those. Maybe it's at the end over here, you know what I mean? It's getting too smooth, right? Yeah, it's kind of wrong color now, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of fits with mossy blocks, kinda, right? Kinda. That's kind of what I'm getting at. But I don't know. I'm sure you could blend that in some way. Put that in somewhere. It's gonna look good, right? It's definitely a unique looking block that we don't quite have yet. I think it's because of the shading, because the shading looks to be behind the lines. Yeah, right, because it's literally just this with this layered on top of it. So I need to alter this shading to make it look like it blends with the lines. It's not just behind the lines. And then it would look a lot better. Should give everyone admin permissions on the server for a few hours before you reset it. I don't know. It's hard to see it because the floor is green. I suppose that's true as well. That's an interesting thing. Admin permissions server before reset. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But those are looking much better. I'm a big fan of these four. I'm a big fan of all of them. Honestly, I want to go back and touch up the lead again. And I have to touch up I think I'm going to touch up the borders of this armor, make them a little bit lighter. So that it's not so harsh, the way this is not so harsh. But yeah, this cut gold needs to be changed drastically because it does not look good. And pretty much all of these textures all need changed. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. What does raw gold look like next to regular gold blocks? So there's a good portion of it that's the same, right? Like that center part is pretty much the same textures that you're seeing in here. But there's borders, right? Parts of it that get darker than any other part, right? The emphasis is on just a few different colors there, you know? But it's more or less the same, no? It's very similar. Like this color, this one right here, this little like second darkest color is this color, the second darkest color on here. But this main darkest color is different than this main darkest color. This one's more rich, it's more vibrant, right? And these lighter colors all match up with these lighter colors, I want to say. Anywho. It's because the gold had been melted, so it has a different shine to it. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of comparing that to like here, right? Or I guess it's not in there. Like if we search iron, right? The raw iron is just a completely different color than the smelted iron, right? Because raw iron just is a different color, right? So I tried to mirror that in my lead. So if I search lead, you can see the raw lead is just completely different than the lead ingot here. They're just different. It's much lighter, even if it's kind of the same shade. And I did the same deal with silver, although not as strong. And maybe I should do it a bit stronger. I don't know. And then I did the same deal with tungsten, where the dark one just looks nothing like the lighter one. Because I think that creates a nice contrast. But that doesn't happen so much with the gold, right? Like the golds are more or less the same, right? They're very similar. Like the copper here, it's close, but because of that blue, I'm calling it different. So that's different, right? You've got that darker shade in there with the lighter shade. And then once again, you've got that darker shade in there with the lighter shades. I think that the nickel or the tin, the raw tin in the tin ingots are some of my favorite textures that I did with the changes. And the raw nickel versus the nickel ingot is also looking really good. But the gold, once again, the gold doesn't really have that. So the mithril won't really have that, and the cobalt won't really have that. They will just be different. And then right here is where I want the diamond tier ores to be. So I can /clear and search diamond. Now the cut diamond is another texture that looks absolutely god awful. It needs to be changed. Yeah, that's terrible. Doesn't look correct at all. Just looks like I slapped this on top of there. It doesn't look like it's been diamond that's actually been cut, you know. So that's something we can fix. But my ruby's probably the same way, honestly. Just not nearly as good. That texture I'm not happy with at all. This texture I am pretty happy with, actually. I do like the ruby there. But the cut ruby is once again not ideal. It's not bad, actually. It's not horrible. Probably one of my best cut diamond tier textures. But it's not great. It's not great. Needs some changes. Anywho, we can kind of just keep doing this. What's next? Titanium? Let's do titanium next. So titanium actually will have a raw and a deep slate raw variant, I should say. And I'm not happy with this at all. This texture will probably change incredibly drastically because it's just black. Like, it doesn't look shiny or metallic at all, and it's just black. It's actually horrible. I really hate it looking at it like this. And if you look at it, you can tell that this was a brick texture before that I layered over with dark lines. Like, it's not good. It's not good at all. That's so bad. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to puke. That's terrible. I will say, however, the platinum one I think is pretty okay. Platinum's probably my best one out of all of these. Maybe the color's a bit off, but I do like this block texture. I like it. I want to tweak it a little bit, but I kind of like the cloudiness of it and the weird texturing. I like that, even though I do think I like the ruby block more. But I really like this. The cut one, I really like. Maybe it needs a little bit more texturing. Like right now, that seems like, what, 2 colors? So I think I'm going to take some more colors and kind of change it up a little bit that way, but I do really like it. I think its raw texture is okay. Not the best in the world. And I think its ore texture is also pretty good, but it needs to be darker, the way this is darker, so it's kind of separated. Because right now the raw and the ingot and stuff like that doesn't look good. So that all needs... Oh, burp city, excuse me. That all needs fixed and changed as well. But all of this stuff also needs changed. And as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it for the ore overhaul right now. Because it's... Oh, opal. Opal. Yeah, we need opal as well. And then I need an item texture for the nickel door. That's funny. I forgot about that. But yeah, opal is another one. And it only has 2 blocks, but that block texture needs significantly changed. All right, right on. Ugh. Honestly, I like the old darker tungsten than the new lighter one. So I'm not entirely sold on the tungsten texture. I know it's probably going to be this closer to gray nickel-y color than the original deep green. The more I see it, the more I kind of like it. But I might tweak it even more to make it a bit darker throughout, but I don't know. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. It is different, but the more I see it, the more it kind of grows on me, to be honest with you. But I could make it a little bit darker, kind of like that one is. I don't know. Dixie says I like the silver one the most. I don't know if you mean just the silver set or like a specific thing about silver, but I do think silver looks really good. Like the block and the cut textures, I think they look great. I like the door. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my favorite or anything, but I do think it looks really good. I think the bars look great. I think the ore looks good. I think the silver is a pretty solid set. I think the raw silver is probably the most lacking in the silver set. Yeah. The cut ruby look like sci-fi redstone. Yeah. This is A.C.E.S MC Overhaul version of Minecraft 1.14. No, there's a 1. It's not supposed to be. I kind of see what you're saying with the cut ruby looking like cyber redstone. That is kind of what I was going for. Not exactly what I was going for, but kind of part of my reasoning for just creating ruby and adding it in general was so that I had something to mirror like diamonds, you know, diamond, ruby, platinum, titanium. These kind of fit well. But also with the block, I wanted something that you could kind of, because right now if someone wants that glowing red texture, despite there being an overwhelming amount of red in the game, I feel like that, you know, nothing comes close to the block of redstone when it comes to that crisp red texture, that crisp glowing red. And I just wanted you to have an alternative, you know what I mean? I wanted you to not only have a variant, you know, so if you didn't like the redstone texture, because honestly this texture looks like crap, let's be real. This is a terrible texture. I don't know how this is still in the game. But I wanted you to have an alternative if you didn't like that redstone texture. And if you were using redstone to begin with, like if you had a wall made of, I don't know, ruby, I wanted you to be able to throw some redstone in as like texturing. You know what I mean? The way a wall might be, right? So like, you know, this is your wall. Looks a little bit better when you've got that, that redstone in there. So you've kind of mixed it up a little bit, right? Looks a little bit better than just having that flat ruby. So it's intentional. I intentionally made the ruby set to be like this, right? To fit in with redstone blocks as a building block. But I don't think the cut kind of fits, which it's gonna look blocky, right? But I don't know. OP's gone? Was there a puppo? I don't know about that, but I do know that my kitty cat has come here and joined us. Here, check this out. Oh, it's upside down here. I had to flip it upside down for the Lego stream. Look at him. Here he is. Whee! Yeah, you want the close-up. Oh, yeah. Precious little kitty boy. What's Dixie sound alerting? What are you failing, dude? I don't even know what you're talking about. Unjustified. Unjustified fail sound. Ugh. All right. Unfortunately, I think we might cut this this stream a bit short because I'm getting kind of nauseous. I want to grab some lunch. I don't feel like I want to jump into the iron golems. I'm gonna procrastinate these iron golems so much, man. And honestly, when I start, I'll probably just copy this texture from the texture folders and color change it, and then tweak it from there after color changing. But yeah, Taco with the 3 bits. Stay in stream for 7 more minutes. Oh, that sounds risky. What's in 7 more minutes? There's gonna be some sort of redeem that's like locked out right now. I failed that you walked away, Jasper. No. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I wouldn't call that a fail. I'd call that great. I don't know. 7 more minutes. That seems risky. I don't think I'm going to. I really like these. I really like these textures. I think they came out great. I like the silver one. I think we're going to keep working on the tungsten just a bit. Probably just the tungsten block, but I think I like the rest. Maybe the tungsten ore. Maybe the tungsten bars a little bit. And probably the lead, but I don't know. I really like these textures. I can tell you that much. I think they look great. I think they look really good. No, just I want the stream to end at an even number. I couldn't care less, honestly. Hang the tungsten crate too. Oh yeah, tungsten crate will definitely, almost definitely get a tweak and kind of get the cut treatment where its texturing is changed instead of just being layered over top. But we've got a lot of work to do. And on top of this, once all these get retextured and I feel good about how they look and I get golems in, then I'm going to try and come up with unique features. Like, my copper, copper has lightning rods. I want to come up with a custom thing for the aluminum, a custom thing for tin, a custom thing for nickel. I want to give my ores some more uses. Maybe I want to start expanding as well. So retextures first and then expansion of ideas. So this update has a lot to come. I'm gonna be working on it for a while. I'm not planning on releasing it really anytime soon. We're just gonna keep working on it. But that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna go grab some lunch, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for finishing the Batwing, and next Saturday for the mod review stream. So stay tuned. I love you guys. Thank you all so much. Time to go every event for this stream. I am gonna go over the bits real quick because we got a hype train going early on, which is super nice. Almost hit level 2. So I can't remember how many of it was this stream. Taco with 169, 1 bit. And then Commenter with 100 bits. Taco with another 131 bits. Commenter with another 100 bits. Commenter with another 100 bits. I think he cheered 300 bits this stream. And then Taco with 199. That puts him at 500 bits. Dixie with 300 bits. Plus another 200 bits. So Dixie with 500 bits. Holy crap, you guys are nuts. That's when the hype train ends. 71%. Taco with another bit, which put him 6 bits, which puts him at 506. Taco with another bit, which puts him at 507. And Taco with another 3 bits, which puts him at 510. So Taco with 510 bits to stream. Dixie with 500 bits, and Commenter with 300 bits. Holy crap. 90, add another 90 to that count. Yeah. Bruh, 597 or 500 and 600 bits. Is that 600 bits? I think that's 600 bits. Holy crap. Dude, that's absolutely nuts. You guys are insane. Thank you so much. I very, very much appreciate the support that you guys show on the streams. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep streaming. It's not going to stop. It might change dates depending on my availability and stuff like that, but it's not going to stop. Y'all know what's coming up. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in